What you guys, today we're taking a look at 5 free useful PC diagnostic software that you can use to help PC troubleshooting and PC repair on your Windows-based system. So the first one we're going to take a look at is Windows Repair Toolbox. It's been around for quite a while. They do have a paid version and a free version. The free version is packed with useful tools and software which can help you troubleshoot and fix your PC. So we're going to go ahead and download the free edition right here. And of course, this will give us access to loads of different types of tools that we can use. For instance, on the tools section, we can download hardware tools like HWInfo, Hardware Monitor, CPU-Z, GPU-Z, and many more to scan your hard drive, to get disk information, to stress test your system, or maybe you just want to get hardware information of your PC because you don't know what hardware is in your computer, and you can use this tool to do that. If you have malware on the system, you can use the malware removal section, which will allow you to do scans on the system and use secondary scans to make sure that you've got every single piece of malware off the computer. There's also other options available like ESET Online Scan, Dr. Webb's, Norton PE, and many more. You can use custom tools as well and add in your own custom tools if you want to. And yes, there's many more other options available like Medicat and UVK and many others that you can use. But this is just one of them that I wanted to add in this video. You've got a notes section to add in some notes, some settings, and about page. So that is the Windows Repair Toolkit, the free edition. Pretty useful to have if you've never used it before. I've done a video on this many years ago, but if you want to see an updated video, let me know in the comments section down below. Let me just quickly open up CPU-Z here so we can actually see a program where it downloads and installs the program. And now we can quickly access information about the CPU, the motherboard, the memory, and everything else that we need to do. We can even benchmark and stress test the CPU. Now, before we continue, let's have a word from today's video sponsor, CD Key Sales. They're offering Windows 11 Pro and Windows 10 Pro and Office keys on their website. You can check out the links in the video description. Basically, they sell a variety of different software keys that you can purchase for cheap. We're going to hit the Buy Now button for Windows 11 Pro. We're going to put in our promo code to get a 30% discount, which is capital B, capital R09, and apply that to your order, and you'll get 30% off all of your purchases on CD Key Sales. Once you submit your order, they will then send you your key. You can then use that key to activate your version of Windows. Click on Change, paste in your key, click on Activate, and you've activated your version of Windows. Next, we have J-Screen Fix. This repairs stuck pixels. How good it is, I don't know because I haven't used it, but I thought I'd add it in the video because I haven't covered this before. But basically, it can remove stuck pixels. And I'll show you how it works in a second. Basically, all you need to do here is click on the J-Screen Fix button, which will start the actual application. And then you drag the actual box over to where the stuck pixel is. So this is it right here. There is a few adverts on here, but you will drag this little box here like so over to where the stuck pixel is, and you leave it there for about 10 minutes, and apparently it can free up that stuck pixel. Let me know if you've tried this and how good it is in the comments section down below. Now, when it comes to testing your memory, there's quite a few options available. There is MemTest 86 Plus, and there's MemTest, and you also have a built-in Windows version as well. What this is going to do is allow you to test your memory. And basically, if you're having freezing or locking up on your computer or some weird random stuff happening, sometimes it can be related to memory. And this is a major overlooked area for a lot of people that have PCs. Running the scans on your memory can check whether your memory is starting to foul. This can cause major problems with your PC, and I mean freezing, locking up, crashing, and programs crashing and things like that. Now, Windows does have a Windows memory diagnostic tool built into it. And again, you can restart and check your memory by running a full in-depth scan on your PC. But one of these tools should look something like this. This is MemTest 86 Plus. And once you start the scan, it will run through a sequence of tests for your memory. If it comes up with any error codes on there, it's time to replace that memory. Having bad memory will continue to cause and plague you with issues on your PC. So if you do see any errors coming up on the screen, it's time to replace it. Anyway, let's take a look at the next one, which is called HWInfo. Now, this is a very powerful piece of diagnostic and information software. You can download an installer version or portable version. Now, I use this all the time. Now, if it's for commercial use for businesses, then you have to pay for it. But for a home user, you can use this for free and you can download it and install it onto your PC or use it as a portable app. It gives you all the information you need about your system. It will give you system information about your CPU, GPU, motherboard, and much, much more. If you quickly need to find out whether your system has got secure boot enabled or whether it's a UEFI boot, or all this sort of information can be found out inside this software. You can save a report. You can check out each individual section like the CPU right here, and it will give you all of the information about the CPU. Maybe you're getting high temperatures on your CPU. You can check the TJ Max right here, and it will tell you the maximum temperature, 95 Celsius in this case. So if you're getting up into the 90s when you're playing games, you may need to reapply thermal compound or check your settings to make sure everything is working properly. Also, you can go through and check your motherboard, your memory, and I can click on these individually and it will tell me what type of memory it is. It's a 16 gig stick, DDR5, and it's SK Hynix, and it will give you all the information you need. You can also open up the sensors palette right here, and this will give you loads of information about the temperatures of your system. We've got the CPU temperatures right here. It'll give you the temperatures of your motherboard, temperature of your actual NVMe drives, and you can right click and show a graph if you want to and open this up like so. And you can also see how much power draw is on that system as well and check it all right here. CPU power package is on there. There's loads of useful information on here, and you can see whether there's any spikes or any sort of issues on your network. You can check the network graph here as well. There's loads of useful stuff this software has to offer. So if you're looking for detailed information about your PC hardware, then you can use HWInfo. Next, we're going to look at Clear Disk Info. This is going to give us information about our NVMe drive or SSDs or things like that. So basically, you can download and install this software. It is packed with features, and it will be able to tell you the smart readings of that drive and tell you what the temperature is, whether the drive is in good health, and whether there's any errors on that drive and whether you need to start thinking about replacing that drive. I know Fred, who makes this particular types of software. He makes some really cool software. Check out his website. He's got loads of good software on there. It's not bundled with loads of adverts. It's a pretty decent bit of kit. He is a PC repair tech himself, so he knows what he's doing. You can open this up in light or dark mode if you wish, and this will give us some information about the NVMe drive that we have on this system. You can see here we do have a Samsung drive here, and it's the SSD 9100 Pro 2TB drive. And again, you can check the status. It says OK. Also, we can enable Smart on this disk or disable Smart, and you've got a load of other information on here. You can execute a self-test. You can do monitoring settings on here as well. And basically what it's going to do is when you click on it is tell you whether you've got any failing errors on the system, and it will light up here in red and you'll be able to see. Obviously, I've got a clean bill of health here. It's all green, so everything is okay. And it should be because it's a brand new drive. But it does give you lots of information about that actual drive, which is quite useful if you're having some form of issue and you want to quickly troubleshoot and diagnose any sort of issues with that drive. You can do using this particular piece of software. Now, there is other software like Crystal Disk Info, which is also very powerful and very useful to have. The only problem I have with it is their website is laced with adverts, and there's lots of them, and they can be quite misleading with download buttons everywhere, and it makes it quite tricky to download this software. But it is very good software, and I understand that they need to make revenue for all the hard work they put in with their software. Unfortunately, people just don't want to donate to these creators who create this software, and this is why they resort to using adverts to try and make some revenue for all the amount of time it takes to keep these pieces of software updated. Next, we're going to take a look at Jam software. This is called Tree Size, and this is useful for finding why your drive is full. A lot of people always ask me, I don't know why my drive is so full, and obviously it's data or programs you have installed on there. And this sort of software can quickly show you where the major folder is with all the data in it so you can clear it. So for instance, let's take a look at this system right here. I'm going to quickly go through here and I can see the bulk of the information is inside users. I also have 60 gigabytes inside the recycle bin, which can be cleared out as well. Now, common place where a lot of people have a lot of data is in recycle bin and also in your downloads folder. This is where people download stuff and they just don't empty it and it ends up growing in size. You can see 69.8 gigabytes on this PC. So I could go in there and pull out the stuff I want to keep and remove all of the stuff I don't need and delete it all. And that way it's not going to take up so much space. This is a common problem for people that have OneDrive and they don't have very good storage sense. They don't know where all their data is and it starts filling up in places like downloads, your recycle bin and places like that. And you can quickly find it using this software and clear it out. Now there is a pro version of this, but the free version works pretty well. But the pro version does give you areas where you can view more, like for instance, your Google Drive and places like that. So you can see there's quite a hefty bit of information on this software. So if you want to see a full video on this, then let me know in the comment section down below. Next, we're going to be looking at your GPU. You can use Firmark to basically benchmark and stress test your GPU. This is always advisable when you're buying second-hand GPUs off of eBay. You might want to download this and test it to make sure the GPU is functioning properly and make sure that you're not having any sort of temperature issues with that GPU. You can change the resolution right here depending on what type of GPU you're using, and you can also either run a stress test or benchmark on that system. You can set it up right here to whatever GPU you're using here, whether it'll be NVIDIA or AMD. And once you've got all your settings good to go, you can push on the run test and it will run a test on that GPU. It's important to stay close to the PC because you want to monitor the actual temperatures of that GPU. It will start to climb pretty rapid. So make sure you're standing close to the PC at all times and monitoring the power draw and also how much temperatures that GPU is running at. Because if it starts to run too hot, hotter than what the recommendations are for that GPU, you can fry your GPU. So it's important that you know what you're doing and you know what the maximum temperature is for that GPU that you're using. So get the settings done right here. You can set for anti-aliasing as well. I've got this set to 1920 by 1080 for the resolution. This is an ultra wide monitor, but you would change that to suit your monitor. But this is what it will look like this. And already I can hear the fans kicking in and I can already see the temperatures start to climb. The CPU is starting to go high and also the temperature on the GPU is starting to climb. So just keep an eye on all of your temps because it's important that you don't go over the max temps for that CPU or GPU. Anyway, with that said, that's going to be about it. My name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Just want to say a quick shout out to my YouTube members who join my YouTube members group. I appreciate the support and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.